Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो तारी राय सो मारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you live at zero complaint level, मौज में रहो, be happy. श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः, गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। When the kids are troubling constantly with something or the other, what the parents do? Give them some toys so that they are busy in playing. It is not that they have to learn something, no, just to keep them busy. Exactly the same way. We are all asked to be busy throughout life. Then there are two ways of getting busy in life. One is you get busy and suffer. Second way is you get busy and others enjoy. So the first technique is indulgence, struggling, fighting, enjoyment, bhog, and suffer. The second technique is go to holy places, tirtha yatra, and do pitru karma, and do this uh, festival, that festival. Now Ganesh Puja is coming. So these people are busy. Those who are busy, they are not a problem to themselves as well as to others. Those who have got all the time, they make others busy. And therefore, spiritual path, what is this practice? Niyamopi na tasyasti kshetra pite cha sevanam na archanam pitrukaryadi tirtha yatra vratani cha. Don't get lost only in this thing. Keep attention on your own being. That's all. Dharma dharma phalam nasti na न तिथि लौकिक क्रियां संत्यजेत सर्व कर्माणि लोकाचारम च सर्वशः. These all things are necessary, but whole life you can't keep on doing this and this. Like when a fruit becomes mature, it naturally detaches. When you are doing japa, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, keep on doing it. You are still at the Vaikhari Vani. If the Vaikhari Vani is purified and mature, sanctified and mature, then this japa will migrate to the Madhyama Vani. There you continue. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Ram. When this Madhyama Vani becomes mature and purified, the japa goes to the Pashanti Vani, wherein you are silent. But not bored and not getting disturbed by anything. This is the purpose of all activities. Therefore, dharma, adharma, nasti. In our own being, there is nothing like dharma, adharma. Dharma, dharma is for whom? The one who is engaged in doing something, I do this, I do that. So as long as the jiva bhava is valid, dharma, dharma will continue. Tithi, laukika kriya, then today is Ekadashi, then Dwadashi, we should do this, we should not do that. Laukika kriya, doing the social work, etc. Santyaje sarva karvani, lokacharam cha sarvasha. Therefore, enough of it. Now withdraw from all this world, and this withdrawal becomes natural. There is no effort. Samayachara nisheshan krutya jatam tu bandhanam sankalpam cha vikalpam cha ye cha anye kula dharmikaha. Similarly, a particular time you have to do this, you have to do that, you should get up early in the morning and then do the rules and regulation, what time you should wake up, what time you should go to temple, what shade you should do the puja, and what should be the things offered to the god, and 101 things continuously busy. Enough. For this, we told you one technique. Whatever rules you are following in your life, for example, japa. One day, knowingly, don't do the japa that day. And watch your mind. If there is a guilt, there is a feeling I should not have done this thing, then you require to go and sit in a washing machine and put very strong acidic soaps and wash yourself. It's so important. There is one elderly person in Bangalore, he wrote me, Swamiji, these days I don't feel like doing the japa. I've been doing so. I said, congratulations. Don't struggle. Give it up. But don't have any guilt. Guilt comes only if we have got the ego, the ahankara of doing it. I don't take food on Monday. I don't know this thing. And if you take, then frustration comes. Therefore, all these things, only our imagination, and they are unnecessarily tying us down to this. सिद्धिश्च विविधाकारा पातालादि रसायनम प्रत्यक्षेणामि लभ्येरम न गृह्यत साधकः सर्वेपि पशु बंधा स्युः अमोघ मार्गदर्शकाः एतैर्नास्ति परामुक्ति चिद्रूपम व्यापकम विना. What are the things come on the way? Siddhishcha, various kinds of siddhis. Then Pataladi Rasayanam, if you do this thing, you'll go to heaven or lower world. And if you take this particular medicine, you will get a divine vision. Even if they are directly available to us, naiva gruyet sadhakaha. The seeker should not get entangled in various kinds of siddhis. We start manifesting as a result of purity of the mind. Once you get lost in this siddhi business, nobody can help you. Sarve te pashubandhaha syuhu. All these siddhis, etc., they are like a buffalo or a bullock tied down with a rope to a particular post. Say, and amogha marga pradayakaha. They will never help us to go in the right direction. We will be wasting our whole life. Etaihi na asti paramuktihi. By this, fulfillment cannot be attained. Remember, mukti means what? Mukti means come to recognize you are not bound. First, we don't know we are bound. So we are happily enjoying, indulging. Then we get the kicks. And then we start thinking, I have done so much, but now I am being kicked. So now you are entering a second chapter of your life. Then you start feeling, I am miserable because of my wife. Then mukti. There are two types of muktis. One is divorce and regret afterwards. Second is take the wife lightly. Satya hai. Authentication, natural. Therefore, एतैहि नास्ति परामुक्तिः चिद्रूपम व्यापकम विना. Therefore, remember this thing. Spiritual life means you do not get anything in life, nor you lose anything in life. ना कुछ पाना, ना कुछ खोना. And this can be achieved only through one way, and that one way is analyze your experiences. When we sleep, what do we get? And when we are in sleep, what do we lose? Neither we gain anything, nor we lose anything. But if we have that funny notion, if I walk spiritual path, I will get this, I will get that, we are going the wrong way. येन केन विशेषेण सर्वावस्थोपि योगधृक् क्षेत्रपीठे च संदेहात् वर्जयेत् यदि कौतुकम्. See, he who is living in this divine experience 24/7, then only thing is Yogadruk Kshetrapite Sandehan Varjayet. Remove all the doubts from your mind. What are the doubts? One, who am I? Second, what is God? Third, what is the world? Fourth, what is the spiritual practice? All the doubts removed. So, therefore, I should go here, I should go there, then I will go there, I will have darshan there. And you go to the temple after crossing miles and miles and darshan, somebody comes and picks your pocket and go, darshan ho gaya. This we have to clearly understand. Therefore, Kshetrapite Sandehan Varjayet Yadi Kautukam. Don't get unnecessarily lost. I have to go here, I have to go that. Tirtha Yatra. Krumi Kita Patangascha Yat Tatha Devi Vanaspati Na Nashed Budho Jivan Paramarthamatir Yata. Now here, one of the most subtle points. The seeker or the Mahatma should not kill Krumi, Kita, Patangascha, even the smallest expressions of life. Similarly, Vanaspati, the plants, Nanashed Buddha, Jivan Paramartha Matiryataha. Because from the absolute standpoint, everything is Paramatma. Therefore, we are no reason that we should go and kill or destroy. And therefore, now, you must have seen, our love for the God and for the beauty is go and pluck the flowers from the neighbor's shop, neighbor's trees, plants. You must have seen. They get up early morning, go with the plastic bag and they danda devotion. Na mulotpatanam kuryat. Don't uproot the plants. Patra chedam. Don't go on plucking the leaves. Then bhuta pidam na kurvita. Don't destroy anything, things and beings. And pushpanam cha nikruntanam. Don't pluck flowers from the plants. We are not plugged. We are plugged the tree itself. See, friends, they look so beautiful where they are. These are so subtle points. Only gross things. Don't get lost in this. Nikruntanam. Then स्वयं पतित पुष्पेषु कर्तव्यम शिव पूजनम मारणोच्चाटनादीनि विद्वेषस्तम मने तथा. So what is to be done? If you want, okay, go to the various places. Whatever flowers or leaves are falling on the ground, that you lift and do the puja. See, there is one flower, parijat. That parijat flowers, they fall. And then you lift it and then they are offered. You are not plucking them. Therefore, don't destroy the things under the disguise of your spirituality. Jvara bhuta grahavesha vashakarshana mohanam na kuryat kshudra karmani kashtapashana pujanam. There are many types of puja, etc., wherein they will be doing many tantric kriya. Tantra, we should avoid, God willing, don't get entangled with that. Tantra is used only for destroying others. Like, terrorism is not meant for helping anybody. Similarly, this Tantra is like that. I'll tell you one or two examples. Many years before, I was somewhere, and in that house, things were happening very peculiar. The lady goes to take bath. So she will be remove all her ornaments, whatever they are, put it in a katori, keep it. Finish bath, then dry and put them on again. So whatever is kept there, gayab. Where it has gone, not seen. And then she is frustrated, who has taken, but nobody was in the bathroom, you only were there. No, somebody might have come and taken. Frustration. And then anyway, she has to cook food. So she will go to the container and want to take out the rice. So she will put her hands. All of them have coined the rice. Who has brought them here? I have seen myself many years before. The gods are done nice puja, everything. And when he turns, and again wants to do God guy. So frustrated, so frustrated. And then in the evening, nowadays, all beds are 24/7 spread. Keep on sleeping. First, earlier they used to roll the bed and keep. Whole day you should not sleep. So, evening, when they want to spread the bed, open all the gates inside the bed. All the gods, how they have gone there. They became so frustrated. Nothing is sorted out. This is Uchchatana, Akarshana, Bhutagraha, all these things. Then they invited a counter. And he said, I know who is doing this thing. And it is initial stage. Ultimately, he will kill all of you. Whatever you want to eat, it will become human excreta. You cook the food and you put in your plate you want to eat, it will become human excreta. You can't eat that. This is the thing he is doing. Now tell what is to be done. Okay, I can stop it. There are two ways. One way is simply stop it. Second is kill that person. I can kill him from here. What should I do? Now, those simple people, don't kill him. We stop us. We are not against him. Whatever he is doing, he is doing. These things do happen. Don't become Vedanti every time. Another example in Pune. One person, a Sindhi gentleman, very good friend of mine, and he uh, was having a shop, and in that shop, this was a problem. Things he has kept there, gayab. Who has taken, nothing is known. Things were falling from the hand, breaking the things. So he asked me, I said, do some puja and it will be all right. Go to that temple and do this puja. Swamiji, you believe in that? I said, withdraw, do whatever you like. And it went on to such an extent that his wife started suffering, the daughter not getting married, and fighting between the father and the son. And then the son got married to a lady who was 15 years elder than him with 3 children. All things started happening. Swamiji, why this is happening? I said, Brahman hai. In Brahman, nothing happens. These uh, black magic, they have their place in this world. Therefore, ज्वर भूत ग्राह प्रवेश आकर्षण सम्मोहनम न कुर्यार क्षुद्र कर्माणि. Don't get entangled in these black magics. In the Himalayan areas, see this your Buddhism follows this technique. Tantra Shastra. Similarly, if you go to Bengal, Kerala, these are two places particularly where Tantra Shastra is at its peak. And therefore, all their puja, etc., very weird. And everywhere only desire fulfillment is the criteria. Therefore, na kuryat kshudra karmani. Similarly, kashta pashana pujanam. We get lost in doing this puja and that puja and imagine that is all spirituality. Friends, everything drops. You don't have to do anything if you are migrating towards your divine nature. Like everything drops when we go to sleep. You must have seen your kids when they go to sleep, they don't want to leave that Barbie doll. Till they are not in sleep, they'll hold on to that. Once they are asleep, drops it. In the same manner, till we take this world and achievement and failure as real, we keep on hanging around all these things. Therefore, withdrawal from the worldly objects, things is one of the most important thing that starts happening if we are walking spiritual path. Samo amitre cha samo loshte cha kanchane abhilasho na kartavya indriyarthe kadachana. Samatvam yoga uchyate. This is what Bhagavan says in the 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Don't be an extremist in life. Either eat, or don't eat. Either go for a marathon, 25 miles, one way, and thereafter, even you have to go to the bathroom, take a car. So extreme. Eat like a buffalo, or don't eat like that. Extremism is easy. Therefore, after having told all these techniques in Bhagavad Gita, 6th chapter, Bhagavan tells, now my dear Arjun, I am telling you, for us, युक्ताहार विहारस्य युक्त चेष्टस्य कर्मसु युक्त स्वप्नावबोधस्य yogo bhavati dukkha. We have to have perfect balance. Ahara vihara, how much we eat and how much we don't eat. Instead of eating once in a week and then eating so much that next week you are sleeping. First week you did not work because you were hungry. Next is you have eaten too much, therefore you can't work. Whole focus is only food, food, food. Chuptar, eat 3 times a day. See what happens. From the entry up to the exit, if the traffic is smooth, no problem. But if there is some kind of accident, traffic jam, what is the accident? No entry. The food is coming, no entry, go back. And then there's a big gap. Let the traffic move smoothly. Eat 3 times a day, little, little. That is the problem. We eat 3 times, all the time heavy. See? Therefore, indriyarthe abhilashaha na kartavyaha. Keep this balance of equanimity. Similarly, this is regarding indulgence. Then regarding the worldly objects. For this one thing you have to understand. Human mind cannot get attracted, remain attached to the same thing for a longer period of time. After some time, we lose interest in that. This is the nature's creation. Similarly, mitre, shatrau, don't create friends and enemies and suffer. Samo loste cha kanchane, whether the stone or the gold. In short, to summarize this particular verse, only one thing. With the things, no much possessiveness. With the beings, no more relational problems. Somebody recently sent me their legal notices through both the lawyers, both of them, husband and wife, fighting the case in the court, wanting to have divorce, and two lawyers arrange. He writes like that, he writes like that. Both the drops sent to me. I wrote, no lawyer ever is defeated. They get their money. The fools are paying for their foolishness. Reply, Swamiji, what you tell is true. See? If you want to separate, go to the court straight away and say, today we have decided we don't want to stay together. We want to say bye-bye. Kindly approve. Over. But even if you tell any amount, it will not happen. They are destined to suffer. Nobody can help. Therefore, the moment we have any kind of expectation from the relations and importance for possessions, nobody can help us. Therefore, if we are walking a real spiritual path, then we have to remain aware of this samatvam yoga uchyate. See? Shatro mitre putre bandho ma kuru yatnam vigraha sandho. Don't create friends and enemies in this world. Samaloshtashma kanchanaha. Same words come in Bhagavad Gita. Therefore, we have to ourselves understand and withdraw. Now, after having told the external part, Vairagya, now the sadhana with reference to self. Atma Ramo Bhavet Yogi Nirbhayo Vigata Spruhaha Samaninda Prashamsascha Sarvabhuta Samastata. Yastvatmaratirev syat atmatruptascha manavaha atmanneva cha santushtaha tasya karyam na vidyate. Atma Ramaha. Where are we reveling? Are we reveling outside or we are reveling within ourselves? Meaning what? We will be everywhere, doesn't make any difference. But we are holding on to our joyful, cheerful being. And it can happen if you have no comment to offer, see everything, listen everything, aha, hoo, and get away. Do not allow any impression to be formed. Atma Ramaha. And this is what we experience in deep sleep. We are reveling in our own being. Deep sleep and realization are equal, provided from the deep sleep, ignorance is removed. How important it is. Atma Ramo Bhaved Yogi. Then Nirbhayaha. No element of fear. We are constantly leading our life under one or the other fear. Nirbhaya. Then Vigata Spruha. Have zero expectations from anything or anybody in life. Then Samaninda Prasamsasya. Somebody will praise, somebody will condemn. This is what the rule is. Don't get carried away by anybody's praising. Suppose somebody says to you that you are very beautiful. No, Swamiji. No, I was just kidding. Died on the spot. Therefore, Samaninda Prasamsasya. Today, those who are praising you, tomorrow they will condemn you. Today, those who are condemning you, they will praise you tomorrow. This is the rule of the world. Therefore, don't get carried away when somebody starts glorifying you. Swamiji, you are Sakshat Bhagwan for me. What should I do? Get away. Next. See, these are all obstacles. Our Kabirji says, Dindak nere rakhi angan kuti chawai. Let those who censure us be around us. Because when somebody finds our faults and tells us, they are our real well-wishers. I was talking to children in one camp. I want to tell them this point. So, we have to make some story, then they can understand. Why we also the same thing. And then some story comes, we don't understand. So, those days I used to put on chandan in the center. Now my third eye is open, so I can't put it. So, instead of putting chandan here in the center, Bhrumadhya, one day purposely I put the chandan here. So how funny it looks, chandan here. And I went to the class and all the students, they look at me, started laughing. So, one, second, third, all of this. Hey, come on, stop. We have to study. No more laughing. And more laughing. Ooh. I said, come on, why are you laughing? Tell me, I will also laugh with you. Why are you laughing? Swamiji, you have put chandan instead of here, it has gone here. You look like a cartoon. Then I said, very good. Now learn. When you found out my fault, are you my enemy or a friend? When you told what is wrong with me, why you told correct yourself? But if somebody finds our fault, तुम्हारे जैसे कहीं देखे निंदक नियरे राखिए. Then you don't require detergent, soap, no nothing. All the wrong notions are removed. How important it is. But whom we like only those who praise us. Those who praise us, they are our enemies. Another example. I can create any number of examples. There was some house, I was with them, and a mother and a son. So, mother says, Swamiji, My son, he's so busy in playing whole day, he doesn't do anything. Son is not big one, hardly about 5, 6 years. So how to tell him? He should little bit listen to me, be disciplined. He doesn't. He's all the time playing. I said, now I'll do something. You don't come in between. Then I started praising that boy in such a manner that he can hear it. And I said, see, your son is so beautiful, so nice, so wonderful, so creative, so original type. And you are complaining about him. I have never seen such a good child anywhere in my whole life. Now that fellow is listening. I spoke in such a manner that he should hear. He is hearing. No, Swamiji, he is not like that. I said, you want to see how great is your son? Yes. He doesn't listen anything. I said, no, it cannot be. He is such a good child. Then, you want a proof? Yes. I said, hey, Dabbu, can you get Coke for us from the fridge? Yes, Swamiji. He went. All those who praise you, they are making fool of you. Those who do not understand this, they start bloating and then burst out. Therefore, Atma Ramo Bhavet Yogi. We don't require a certification from anybody in this world. We know what we are. Then, Nirbhayaha. Nirbhaya doesn't mean go and stand in front of the running truck. Nirbhaya. That is foolishness. Nirbhaya means do not carry the burden of fear. I am afraid I can reach there or not. I am afraid I get a good seat or not. I am afraid somebody will come there. All कभी तो डरपोक छोड़ो. All the time fear. Then vigata spruhaha. Do not expect anything from anybody in life. You come home. Do not expect good food. Be ready for the FFF technology. You know FFF technology? Fresh from fridge. Take it out. It goes in the microwave. A pindadan is created and a pinda is given to you. Suppose you go sometime and fresh food is there. Are आश्चर्यवत् पश्यति कश्चिदेनम. Lesser you expect, happier you are. In London, my friend who organized my talk, he says, Swamiji, although I have made everything, but I do not know whether people will come or not. And maybe about 5, 6 people will come. I said, don't worry. When I have spoken for 2 years to the camera, I don't need anybody. पागल लोगों को चाहिए क्या कोई? I am पागल. I don't need anybody. One lady called me, says, Swamiji, there is nobody in front of you, but you are talking as if everybody is in front of you. There is no difference in your talk, whether people are there or they are not there. I said, for me, actual and virtual reality are same. Those who are listening, they are virtual reality. Those who are sitting in front, they are actual reality. And both are illusions. Meaning what? Those who are listening, do you think they are following it? Therefore, Vigata Spruhaha. Don't have any expectations about anything from anybody. Relax. How it can be done? By basic principle. Whatever we do in our life, nobody needs it. Our wrong notion. See? Like the parents have the wrong notion. Without me, what will happen to the children? They are waiting for us to go. Who needs whom? Children don't need parents. It is the parents who need the children. Money doesn't need us. We need the money. Therefore, this is the foundation of wonderful life. Whatever we do in our life, nobody needs, it is our need. Now I come here to Sydney. I am 100% sure none of you need me. My boss and Amma, they don't need me. They have got their own things. Why do I come? My need. And when we live in this world with this attitude, you cannot have any arrogance in life. Arrogance comes when we start imagining, because of me the things are happening. Therefore, remember, when we were not in this world, nothing was lacking. When we leave this world, nothing will be lacking. So, our earlier absence and posterior absence is equal. What is the use of the presence? But we feel, if I am not there, how the sun will rise? There was a village in a tribal area, and in the morning, 4 o'clock, the bird will give a call, caw, 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 caw. Then the sunrise will be there, people will be coming out and do their work. Sometimes something happened, and she said, okay, I will teach the people. I will see that there will be no sunrise from tomorrow. So her bird, which she used to use for, telling the world, because of my bird's morning call, the sun comes. She covered him in darkness, imagining now there is no, this sunrise will not be there, everybody will be sleeping. But does it happen? Exactly the same way. Things keep happening, don't get any expectation from anything. Because then, sama ninda prasamshascha. कोई निंदो कोई वंदो कोई कैसे कहो रे राम सांगे प्रीत बांधी होत जैसे हो. When somebody tells that you are dumb and you get hurt, it is not because somebody told. How can he also knows that I am dumb? Sama ninda prasamshasya. Then sarva bhuta samastatha. Don't create somebody superior, somebody inferior. Everybody is the same. This equanimity we attain when we are in deep sleep. Equanimity we attain during the sleep in the form of possessions and relations. The same thing when it can happen during our waking experiences, we are one with the divine. समदृष्टिस्तु कर्तव्या यथात्मनि तथा परे विवादम लोक गोष्ठी च कलहाश विवर्जेत. How simple things. This is the spiritual practice. What is that? Samadrushti tu kartavya. Don't create comparisons. These three principles I told you. Try sincerely. Past, don't talk. Future, don't worry. Present, don't compare. These are the three things by which the mind is kept alive. Because what is mind? Mind is knowledge in movement is mind. And wherever sequences are established, time is created. And then we take that time to be real and suffer in life. See? How the sequence is created? Event number 1, we get up in the morning. Event number 2, we go to bathroom. Event number 3, we come out. Event number 4, we again go to bed. And then I got up in the morning at 4 o'clock. But how come it is 9 o'clock? Something wrong with those? The sequence creates an event. And therefore, the time, how to conquer the time, only learning, nothing to do. We enter sleep, event number one. Thereafter, no event. Second event, we wake up after 10 hours. 10 hours for the one who is awake. For us who are in sleep, no 10 hours. Therefore, mind survives on these three diets: past memories, future worries, and present comparisons. If we practice this, this is what is said here, samadrushti to kartavya. Don't create good, bad, important, not important. Everything is okay, fine, very good. Give yourself minimum choices. I go to so many places. Yesterday I received one. Swamiji, when you are coming to Coimbatore, then this thing, then thereafter this thing, then this thing. Then, do you like to suggest something? I know. I said, no, perfect. How lovely you have done. I don't know what they have done. There, how much is the distance? Where I have to go for lunch or dinner? Who is who? None of them I know. So if I keep on wasting my time, energy, but who is that person? Again, forget about it. ठीक है. Ultimately, that is what they will see. Whatever they want, they only will do it. Your choice has no value. Like these ammas, they will be giving food and they want you to eat. And not only that, tell it is good. How many times you should speak lies? Again and again, again and again. ठीक है जी, very good, very good. So samadrushti tu kartavya yathatmani tatha pare. Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita this particular thought: आत्मौपम्येन सर्वत्र समम पश्यति अर्जुन सुखम वा यदि वा दुखम स योगी परमो मतः. Who is a param yogi? Atmaupamyena, as we look at ourselves. How do we look at ourselves? When there is something good, we celebrate and we want to invite the people in our celebration. If there is some misery or some problem, we expect somebody should come and console us or help us to come out of the miseries. In the same manner, if we are happy in the happiness of others, and if somebody is having an issue, problem, we are able to extend our helping hand, then we have understood what that person is going through. Therefore, Atmaupamena, when something good happens, like you people get married, that time how much celebration? Because that time you are happy. So you prepare the list. Let us make the list. Whom to call? No. Oh God, 365 of them. Can we cut something? No. All no. Prepare the whole list. Then finally you come to a divorce. Let us take that list, call all of them. Do you invite all those whom you are invited for the marriage? Come for the divorce. If you see on YouTube, you will get one very nice clip celebrating divorce. That lady, big, like the happy birthday celebration, that big thing, celebrating divorce. And all the divorced ladies have come together. Then gents, we also celebrate. Friends, therefore, how simple it is. Samadrishti tu kartavya. Recognize the weaknesses, problems of others and help them come out of it. It should not be misunderstood. We should be happy in the happiness of others. We should be miserable in the misery of others. No. About this, I'll tell you one of my experience. This happened in Delhi many years before. I was staying with my friend sometime in Gold Market opposite Birla Mandir, near that area. And I used to go to them, old couple. They were very good because they used to give me food. And I went for my talk somewhere, and that old lady died. So I got a message. So I sent a message. I'll try to come as early as possible. I am in my lectures. I can't come halfway. After 15 days, I went there. Then after going there, we had tea, coffee, samosa, kachori, everything. Nice. Spending about half an hour and then talking about how government is bad, how people are corrupt, and how the weather is changing. These topics do not create sin or merit. So I did all that. And thereafter, when I was going, he, elderly man, must be 80 that time. I was in 20s. He told me, "You are a real Swami." I said, "Papa, what is the problem? What did I do? Because you are abusing me, you are real Swami." He said, "No. When anybody came to console me, they will be talking about her again and again, again and again. And now she has gone. Therefore, they used to become miserable and see that I also become miserable. They used to feel that their visit of consolation makes me cry and then they go. Visit successful. Rulaya usko. But you came, you did not make a single reference, you did not make him feel miserable. Therefore, you are Swami. But tell me, why so?" I said, "Papa, is it necessary that when the wife dies, the husband is miserable?" Maybe he was expecting, thank God, he is happy. Friends, those who are in misery and pain, we help them to come out of it. Don't make them more miserable. This is what we expect from the world. Therefore, samadrushti tu kartavya yathatmani tatha pare. What we expect in the world, the same way, deal the world with the same spirit. Then Vivadam 1, Loka Goshti 2, and Kalaha 3, Vivarjayet. Avoid these three things in life. First is Vivadam. Do not get lost in argument. Therefore, I have been again and again telling, when anybody asks me question, my two conditions: no discussion, no argument. Whatever I had to tell, I will tell. The topic ends. No further discussion. But Swamiji, no butting. Over. You want to accept, accept. Don't want to accept, go to hell. Who cares? Vivada. Never get. Vado na avalambyaha. Narada Bhakti Sutra tells. Never take refuge in arguments and logic. Logic can never be conclusive. But the so-called pseudo logicians, somewhere we were there in some university or college somewhere, and one person started asking me, "Swamiji, yes, whether the bird first or the egg first?" And looking on all the students, I said, "Hey, you asked me a very difficult question. But look here, you are all educated. I am Chora Ganga Kinare Wala. I don't know anything. So kindly give me some example here. I can't understand. Like, for example, suppose this is a house, and in that house, three people go. This I can understand. So you tell me like that." He said, "Okay." He came to the stage, and there was a duster there and chalk. So he took the duster. He said, "Suppose this is a bird. Now tell me." I said, if this is a bird, then egg is first. Then he took the chalk. This is an egg, then bird is first. And all of them, yeah, kya karu? See, friends, logic is elusive. Don't get lost in logic. Therefore, vivadam vivarjayet. Don't get lost in logic arguments. There is no end to it. Vivadam. Then loka goshtim cha. Stories about others. No interest. Don't get involved in anybody's life. Don't involve anybody in your life. One example. It's just example. I told one of my friend, hey, I want to tell you something. He didn't ask. But we have that urge to vomit. Therefore, we told, before you talk to others, ask a question to yourself. Is it necessary to talk? That day I have learned this question, this mantra. So I said, hey, don't tell anybody. I want to tell you something. Yes, Swamiji, tell me. You know, when I was sentenced for the murder in a jail, I somehow broke the jail and ran out. And then what to do, how to hide, so I became a Babaji. But don't tell anybody, yaar, okay? No, Swamiji, why will I tell? He also had one friend. I will not tell, but Swamiji, but don't tell anybody, I promise him. But because you are my friend, I'm telling you. It went around. And there was one person whose friend I was. He said, Swamiji, what people are talking about you? What? This is what? Oh! So where from he started? Akandamandalakaram vyapta. See, there is no need to talk about yourself, no need to ask about anybody. But we get lost. Somebody, you are from here, you are from there. अरे क्या फर्क पड़ता है? But this is what our whole idea, particularly Indians, they want to write everybody's kundali. Somebody, where were you born? When were you born? How were you born? Was it a normal delivery or a cesarean? कोई जरूरी है? Try. Then you will see you have nothing to talk. So either we ask about others or we tell about ourselves. I was in, this is why I tell you, you are all my gurus. From you I have learned. In Badrinath, we were sitting outside the Dharamshala where we were sitting, and about a dozen or two people around me standing. I was sitting in a chair, very nice hot sun, and having a cup of tea. One person came from somewhere and he pushed, excuse me, okay. They thought he knows me, but I didn't know who is he. He came, Swamiji, namaste. Actually, I'm so and so. I got two sons. One is in Australia and one is in USA. And they are doing very well. But now I am in a hurry. I have to go. Excuse me. Sorry. Wait. What can you do? And such people, and Swamiji, do you remember we met in Badrinath? I have forgotten Badrinath Bhagwan. To you, I'll remember. See, therefore, Loka Goshti. Neither ask anything about anybody or talk about yourself to anybody. Then, Kalaha. Kalaha is fighting, argument, logic. Never, never, never fight with anybody on any issue. You must have seen the Maharashtrians from Pune, when they start fighting, they talk in Hindi. I don't know why. And their anger, they don't express silently. Suppose I am angry with him. I will look at others and become angry and join me. Why? Afraid of it. Puneri. Therefore, Kalaha, don't fight with anybody on any issue. Because, principle, our peace of mind is more valuable than anything in this world. Then only we are practicing this Devi Kalottara Agama. Shastra Groshti na kurvita kubhashita subhashitani. Similarly, don't go on trying to prove this is better, that is better. What is? Suppose somebody is following the path of Devi Upasana, very good, continue. Somebody doing the japa, very good. Do not try to advise anybody on any issue unless asked. Then kubhashitam subhashitan. We don't have to condemn anything, we don't have to prove anything to anybody. These are the way our mind reacts. Reaction of the mind is always in the form of speech. If you catch this point, you will require no efforts to keep cool. Simple point. How we are disturbed? Because of the thoughts in the mind. Disturbance is nothing but uncontrolled thought formation in the mind. And that thought formation is not silent. We keep on talking to ourselves. So, try this. Think whatever you have to think, but don't use words. You cannot think. So, what will be spiritual practice? Don't talk to yourself. Therefore, dekho, suno. Dekho, forms. Suno, words. The world is name and form. Meaning, be in this world, but be beyond the world. Like the space is in the pot, but beyond the pot. Meaning what? Whether something holy is added, that pot space doesn't become holy. Unholy added, it doesn't become unholy. Untouched. Therefore, Sumashitan Kumashitan na kurvita. We don't have to certify somebody is good or bad, keep away. And therefore, one of the most important thing is speak minimum. There is to be, some retreats. In that retreat, I learned this thing. There is to be so many things in that retreat. This to this, group discussion, this to this, go for a solitary walk, this to this, so many things. 24 hours you are tied down. So they used to go for a solitary walk. Are Gupta ji, let's go for a solitary walk. यार हद होती है शराफत की. That day onwards, in my retreat, there are no rules. You come, sit or go, it doesn't make any difference. Even if you don't come for satsang, come only for lunch, it's okay. Because you are paid for that. See? Otherwise, like a stick sitting there, now sit there, you should not sit like this, you should sit like this thing. Relax. We are here not to teach anything to anybody. This is another principle. What I am talking to you, before you hear, I hear it first. If my words don't change me, do you think they will change others? Why our children don't listen to us? Our words have no meaning. We tell the children, You should not be late in getting up in the morning. We get up at 10 o'clock. Therefore, don't get involved. Irsha, Paishunyam, Dambhe, Na Acha, Ragam, Matsaryam Evacha, Kama Krodho, Bhayam Shokam, Tyajet Sarvam, Shanehi, Shanehi. Irsha. Irsha is jealousy. Then, Paishunyam, carrying the stories from this to that. Do you know what? He was talking so many bad things about you. So what do we get? Never carry stories from one to other. Is one of the biggest obstacle on the spiritual path. Therefore, Paishunyam, then Dambha, hypocrisy. Raga, attachment. Matsarya, jealousy. Kama, desire. Krodha, anger. Bhaya, fear. Shoka, frustration, depression. Tyajet sarvam shanehi shanehi. In short, mind your mind. And for that, find out the root, the seed, where from Irsha, Paishunya, Dambha, Raga, Matsarya, Krodha, Bhaya, Shoka, all of them, what is the seed from which all of them sprout? The seed is Kama, desire. This is Arjuna's question in Bhagavad Gita. Ata kena prayuktoyam papam charati purushaha anichannapi vashneya baladiva niyojita. Under whose compelling force, although unwilling, a person goes the wrong way? This was the question. There Bhagwan answers. Kamesha krodesha rajoguna samudbhavaha maha ashanaha mahapapma vidhi enam iha vairinam. So the cause is kama, alias krodha. Desire have two options. Either the desire is fulfilled or it is not fulfilled. When desire is not fulfilled, it expresses as anger. When it is fulfilled, it expresses as greed. Both of them tie us down to this world. And what is the desire? Maha ashanaha. Desires can never be fulfilled. You fulfill one desire, what about me? It's heavily raining outside. What a lovely thing it will be. Nice hot cup of tea. Now that poor lady, she'll go, or poor leda. Here, it is not necessary only lady will do it. So you will go and prepare a nice hot cup of tea and give. And you are sitting inside the quilt watching the rains heavily. Then you take what happened? No pakoda? Second desire. That poor lady gets, take this. मिर्ची नहीं है क्या? There is no end. Maha ashana. Ashana means hungry. Desires can never be fulfilled. See? And krodha, anger, is mahapapma. When a person is under the influence of anger, he can go to any extent. Bhagavan Shankaracharya writes, because he is writing a bhashya, therefore he can't have loose language as mine. So he says, when anger comes, then to the elders, the youngsters answer as This is the expression of anger by the cultured people. Therefore, all of them are born out of this karma. Now, They are what? Vidhi enam iha vairinam. They are our enemy. So what is to be done with the enemy? We must find out where is their hideouts, attack and destroy them. The first thing, enemy should be killed. No compromise. Don't get lost in ahimsa, ahimsa, ahimsa. They're useless. So, in South Africa, where Mahatma Gandhi was thrown out of the train, that place is Pietermaritzburg. I have seen that place, very nice. On the railway station, there is a statue of Mahatma Gandhi. One side he is young, other side he is old. This is how it is. So everything is written there. So the local, our Indians, Gujaratis, they say, Swamiji, Mahatma Gandhi said, if somebody gives one on your face, show him the other. What is the meaning? I said, the meaning is, I give you one. Now, don't show show somebody. Isko maro. That is the meaning. How you take it? Don't show your. So the enemy should be killed. Now the question is, where is the enemy? So, Indriyani, Mano Buddhi, Asyadhisthana Muchyate. The enemy desire, Kama, is first of all taking possession of our sense organs. After the Kama wins over the sense organs, then it migrates like the cancer cells, metastasis, it migrates and comes on the mind. When it comes on the mind, you go and ask any old person, Babaji, did you have tea in the morning? If there is something left over, they may throw at me. Now, the desire has taken possession of the mind. Therefore, I told you, those who are hurt, those who are miserable, they are very strong egos. Because constantly seeking attention. Then the mind is conquered. Then the desire virus enters the intellect. After the intellect is infected by desire, then adharmam dharma iti ya manyate tamasavrata. Then we start justifying wrong things as right. I am not the only one who is corrupt. Everybody does corruption. I am not the only one who breaks the line. Everybody breaks. यहाँ ऐसा ही होता है. See, this is how this desire is the cause of all the problems of life. Therefore, Tyajet Sarvam Shanaihi Shanaihi. So, the disease is desire. And Irsha, Paishunya, Damba, Raga, Matsarya, Krodha, Bhaya, Shoka, these are the symptoms of the infection by the desire virus. And therefore, when we start working on these one by one, slowly, slowly, we will start remaining quieter and quieter. Desire free mind is consciousness. Can there be a simple explanation of the truth? So, Shanaihi Tene Tajet. Then Sarva Dvandva Vidirmuktaha Santatam Janavarjitaha Anenaiva Sharirena Sarvajna San Prakashate. Sarva Dvandva Vinirmuktaha. This is another very important spiritual practice. Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita, 5 things. Nirmana Moha, Jitasanga Dosha, Adhyatma Nitya, Vinivritta Kama, द्वंद्वैः विमुक्ताः सुख दुःख संज्ञैः गच्छन्ति अमूढ़ाः तत् अव्ययं पदम्. So, nirmana moha, freedom from body identification, jita sanga dosha, no wrong company. Then kama nivruttaha, not living to fulfill the desire. And adhyatma nitya, be aware of the quality and the state of your mind all the time. Are we reacting? Are we getting frustrated? Do we have some ill feeling towards somebody? Be aware. Now you will come to know. First, yes, there is. Then don't express it. Slowly, slowly, it will die away. But if something is against somebody and you keep on talking, you are nurturing it. Kill it. No need. And therefore, who asks you? Don't talk. And the last and the most important is the dvandvai vimuktaha. This can be done only by wisdom, understanding, and contemplation. What is here? Very simple. Everything in this world exists in complementary opposites. There is nothing in this world which is singular. Anything you take, day, night, joy, sorrow, birth, death, everything is Dvandva. Now, if this is how the world is, the only option is accept gracefully or accept miserably. Acceptance is no choice. Choice is gracefully or miserably. Therefore, Sarva Dvandva Vinirmuktaha. And for that, we have given you a simple technique. Do not give yourself any choice. Do everything. Everything is fine. No problem. Then, Mukta Santatam Janavarjitaha. And don't get lost in too much crowds all the time. Therefore, many people, when they go for a walk here and there, keep on talking. Remain quiet and enjoy. But if you cannot stop talking, then try the following techniques. Number one, when you are walking, each step take the Lord's name. Hari Om, 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 Hari Om. How simple it is. And then again, now next step. From here to there, I will not think anything. Keep walking, see the things, walk, but inside it is going on. No comments. Then every moment becomes spiritual practice. This I learned from one old Mahatma. He asked me, how much? I think today it is getting more. I should stop now, isn't it? हो गया ना? Okay. He told me, did you take a brush? I said, yes. How you do? I said, no. Then I said, no, not like that. Then the moment you touch the brush and put the paste, start chanting in your mind, whatever is your mantra. For example, Hari Om, 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 Hari Om. Suppose you do for 5 minutes. Hari Om, 5 minutes. Then, how many times? 2 times a day, morning, evening? Yes, 10 minutes. Be greedy. Then, when you are climbing the steps, Make it a rule to yourself. Whenever you climb any steps, make it Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. When you go for a walk, instead of gossiping with the people, again take the step. Hari Om, Hari Om. Slowly, slowly, you will increase your association with the divine, and all worldly thoughts will be released. And before sleeping, if you take Lord's name and you sleep, till you get up in the morning, your mind will be unconsciously chanting the Lord's name for the whole night. Suppose you sleep for 10 hours, so 10 hours you are one with the divine. How simple techniques are there? Give it a try. So Sarvadanda Santatam Janavarjitaha Anenaiva Sharirena Sarvajnasan Prakashate. Then we come to discover what we are seeking is nowhere else than our own being. Jnanenaiva yatha moksha tada siddhir nirarthaka tathapi bhoktum ichchanta siddhim ichchanti sadhagaha. Jnanenaiva sada mokshaha. The real freedom, moksha means what? Mohakshaya. No more delusion about what is the world, who am I, what is God, what is sadhana. No wrong notions, everything removed. Jnanena eva, only by this knowledge, understanding. Therefore, siddhi nirarthakaha. All the powers that you get as a practice are meaningless. Therefore, siddhim icchanti sadhakaha jnanena eva moksha. And those who are desirous of anything in the worldly thing, bhogam icchantaha siddhim icchanti. So they are still holding on to this world. Therefore, you will see all the Siddha Mahatmas, they always talk about fulfilling your desires. Remember, Vedanta sadhana is not fulfilling the desires. Freedom from desires. If you hold on to this, you are on the right track. Animadi gunan vapti varjita jayatam vana jayatam tathapi mucchate dehi patim vidnaya yatim patim vidnaya nirmalam. See, therefore, all the various kinds of siddhis, anima, garima, rehima, etc., all these things we have nothing to do. We don't have to prove anything to anybody. The day this will click you, we don't have to prove anything to anybody. Do we try to prove to the people who were in our dream that I am a holy person? No. They are out of it. In the same manner, just be yourself. Therefore, Bhagavan doesn't try to prove anything to anybody. Try this. It's not difficult. Panchabhutatmako deha shivastatraiva tishtati shivadya vaniparyantam lokoyam shankaratmakaha. So, whether this body you take or the whole world you take, everything is Paramatma. Hold on to that Shiva that you are. As a result, we come to a point, we never have desire of ourselves. Desire is that of others. When we come to discover this absolute homogeneous oneness, desires will disappear. Then Ishanam, Ishan, Idrusham Daninam, Drushta Pujayanti cha ye naraha, Gandham Pushpam Phalam Dhupam Nanam Vastram cha Bhojanam Nivedayanti ye kechit Vangmanakaya Karmavihi Tathaiva te muchante Mukti Marga Vikankshinaham Stuti Ninda Karastasya Punya Pape Samayoyu. Such great Mahatmas, when they are served by the devotees, by the Gandha, Pushpa, Phala, etc., then Snanam, Bhojanam, Vastra, Arpanam, and by the mind, speech, etc., they think of such Mahatmas, they are freed from the limitations of this relative world. And therefore, Yad Jnanacharam Prushtam Tat Sarvam Kathitam Maya Kala Jnanam Vararohe Kimanyat Paripruchasi. So Shivji tells to Parvati ji, Hey Parvati, तुमने मुझे पूछा, you have asked me what is the way the wise people live in this world. I have told you this is how the wise people live, and therefore, have you got any other doubt? Please ask. With this, this chapter completes. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.